A good many years ago, a book was published that caught everyone's imagination. I mean, it was big. It was a big, colossal hit. If you're old like me, you either read it or at least, very least, heard of it. It was indeed a blockbuster hit for the author. The book was written by Robert Fulghum. I looked him up this week, and Robert Fulghum is now 83 years old, and he still lives off the royalties of this one published book in 1986, a full 34 years ago. Fulgham's book was a simple book, with a simple statement as its title. Even his title was something that I could get my meager brain around. Do you remember the book? Do you remember the title? Well, if you haven't guessed already, the book was entitled, All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Well, to get to our thought process cranking this morning, in the book, Fulghum declares that all he really needed to know about how to live, what to do, and how to be, he learned in kindergarten. Wisdom, Fulghum declared, was not to be found at the mountaintop of some graduate school, but right there in the sandbox at the lowly neighborhood school. These are the things that Robert learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Remember this, to flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, draw some, paint some, and sing and dance and play and work every day. It's at least a little bit. All you have to do those things is a little bit. Take a nap every day. When you go out into the world, watch for traffic. Hold hands and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows why, but we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice, even the little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. So do we. And then remember the Dick and Jane books, and the first words you learned, the biggest word of all was look. Look. Robert Fulghum tells us that everything we needed to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule, love, even basic sanitation, as is ecology, politics, equality, and sane living. Take any one of these items and extrapolate it into a sophisticated adult terms and apply it to your family life or your work or government or your world. And I believe that it still holds true and clear and firm. Think what a better world it would be if we all, the whole world, had milk and cookies at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and then lay down with our blankies for a nap. Or if companies and the government had a basic policy to always put things back where they found them and to clean up their own mess. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it is best to hold hands and stick together. Surprisingly, this morning, St. Paul himself also gives us some simple rules to live by. They were recorded in his letter to the Romans several thousand years ago. When we use these rules, they can make life a whole lot easier and better for that matter. Truthfully, these rules are easy to remember, just like Robert Fulghum's, but we can make sure to make them difficult if we want. Paul's list goes like this. Let love be genuine. Hate what is bad. Hold on to what is good. Love one another. Outdo one another in showing respect and admiration for other people. Don't be lackadaisical. Get your spirit up and serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient when you're hurting. No matter what, keep on praying. When folks around you need help, help them. When people you don't know come visiting, show them a good time as best you can. Bless those who say and do bad things to you. Live in harmony with those around you. Don't think too highly of yourself. Associate with people who might be poor, because it could just as easily be you. Do not repay someone evil for evil, but think of the good in everything. If you possibly can, live peaceably with everyone. My good friends, don't try to get the upper hand. Let God do God's work. If people who have done you good, no good, are hungry, go ahead and feed them. If thirsty, give them some water, or even an Episcopal beverage, or at last resort, an alternative, attractively packaged beverage. Doing this will make them really confused. Do not be overcome by all the bad around you, but overcome the bad with good. Again, take all these things and extrapolate them into your adult, sophisticated life if you must. Then apply them to your family life, work, and even government. What a great world we would have if people would just remember once in a while these simple little rules to live by. Put them on your refrigerator if you must, but keep them ever in front of you. Or if you want something even simpler than the kindergarten and St. Paul, try Jesus. He said it as simply as anyone can when he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And love God, love your neighbor as yourself. It's as simple and as difficult as that. Good luck, my friends. Remember, we've all come from the same kindergarten class. Remember, the school bus is honking for us right outside the front door. Are we ready to get on? Try holding hands and sticking together. Cookies, I believe, will be given and served at 3 p.m. Cookies and milk for everyone. And then we will follow it up with a nap. Amen.